Okay, divine. All right. Yeah, welcome everybody. Okay, so just to recap what we're doing, you're putting your name, where you're from, and your current biggest business challenge, okay? So now we have Hair Legends, Anise from Hair Legends in George. Biggest challenge at the moment is I need to increase prices as we could not do any last year stressing. Okay, no stressing. No stressing. I'll help you out with that. Absolutely no stressing. Okay, Samantha says the spa at Kila Resort in Zambia. Her biggest challenge is growing the business. Okay, no problem. Alrighty, who else? Come everybody. Let's go, let's go. Your name, the name of your business. Danette, I don't see you typing here. The name of your business and where you're from and your biggest business challenge. Unless you want to unmute and say it out loud. That's another alternative too. Okay, so Nomsa is from Nomlu Nail Bar. Okay, so you need to tell us where in the country you're from, Nomsa. I know where you're from, but everybody else doesn't. So say where you're from and your biggest business challenge. Okay, Vilmin, the Beauty Project Somerset West, staying fully booked in challenging months. Okay. Joyce, hello Joyce, from Arts of Beauty Spa in Gaborone, Botswana. Amazing. Okay, Joyce, tell us what your biggest business challenge is. Sue Marie says hers is creativity. Oh my word. Okay, you've come to the right place. Absolutely zero creativity lacking here. Lots of ideas. Hello, Liz. I remember you from the talk I did with Andrew. So beautiful to have you back from Malaysia. Her business name is Teratak Spa. Biggest challenge is client retention. Okay, amazing module on that, Liz. So that's quite exciting. We're not going to cover it all today, but I'm going to tell you what is covered. Okay. Nomsa is from Botswana, Gaborone. Okay, and then Nomsa, lastly, tell us your biggest business challenge. It's a pleasure, Liz. I remember your name and that beautiful profile pic of yours from that talk that I did. Okay, all right, some more, everybody. Come, share your biggest challenges, because that's ultimately what we're here for, right? So that we can each just see. And what's great is we've got people from around the world here. What time is it in Malaysia, Liz, that you're still up? Good grief.
10 p.m. here.
Wow, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you back. Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, so Liesel says, from Spa Papillon, Cape Town, coming from Body Basics Massage on the Move, migrating from sole proprietor to spa. Okay, Nomsa says her biggest challenge is employee retention. Okay, so that's interesting because we cover that quite a lot in our staff module. Okay, Blessing is from Joburg South. Lost quite a number of clients. How can I retain my clients? Okay, so this is quite interesting. We've got a good mix of staffing issues, right? And then we're moving on to client retention. Karen says her biggest challenge is keeping everybody motivated in quiet months. Okay, right, that's good. Client retention from Malaysia as well. A bit of creativity is coming in from Sue Marie. Okay, and then staying fully booked. So we've got quite a bit similar. Okay, Zambia growing her business, needing to do a price increase, salon staff, unpredictability in the marketplace. Okay, interesting. Hi, Namusa, so lovely to have you. So everybody is, how are you doing?
Very well, thanks, Marisa.
Oh, lovely to
you
have you.
You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Okay, so what everybody's doing, Namusa, you might want to just join in, is they were introducing themselves in the chat box and also saying what is their biggest current business challenge. Okay, so we're just having a look now. Joyce is saying managing business finance. Okay, great. So that is a tricky one, Joyce, but we've got an entire module that covers that. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm in KZN, Sikona, also client retention. All right. Okay. So pretty much, Danette, I'm waiting to hear your biggest business challenge. You're not sharing. I'm not sure why. Unless she's here to help us all out, because there are no business challenges. Maybe. Alrighty, I'm going to start sharing my screen. Oh, and I cannot find my presentation. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to look for it. There we go. Then I'm going to press share screen. Okay, so Namusa is saying, hi, all recovering from unrest loss. Okay, but you are doing quite well, I think. Namusa, given the circumstances, I think you're doing quite well, actually. But I get you, I get you. Okay, everybody, so the purpose of today is, yes, she is rocking it. The purpose of today is for me to give you an introduction into what we do at SPA Professionals Guild, into how we can be a support structure, how we can equip your toolbox. I'm going to take you through that in a minute now as well. But very importantly, it's the sense of community in sharing best practices with one another, because ultimately, I mean, you all know that saying sharing is caring, right? But sharing is growing, sharing is evolving, sharing is being able to take ourselves from a good place to a great place. And that's ultimately what we're here to do. So, do any of you remember what our word is for 2022? Because it really is important that we start today's discussion with this word in mind, because this word is the starting point in you being able to overcome all of the challenges that you've all put in the chat box. Yes, the word, yeah, okay, there you go, everybody. Abundance, that's right. Okay, so that is our word for this year. And why I want to start with it today is because if you put yourself in a place of abundance, I want to take you back to this picture, and you wake up every single morning of your life and you decide that you will attract abundance that day. Now, abundance doesn't have to be money. Abundance can be health, love, friendship, sharing, community. That is the decision that we need to make. So in your case right now, you need to put yourself in a state of attracting abundance in terms of learning and transforming your business. Okay, so when you're saying client retention, the mindset, before we give you all the ideas and tools, okay, on how to retain your clients, the mindset is what has to be changed first. So your mindset has to be, I have an abundance of clients. I will have an abundance of client bookings and rebookings because I'm going to do this and this and this and this. Does that make sense, everybody? Am I hitting home there? So I want to start with this because before I take you through today, the session and what we're covering, and I want you to think as we're going through it, oh my word, I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that in my business, is I want the mindset to be right. And the mindset must be, we're attracting abundance into our lives and into our businesses. Okay, so what's going to be happening to you over the next couple of months as you join us in this transformational journey is that you are going to be this goldfish. you're going to be removing yourself from a bowl, an overcrowded bowl, where everybody looks the same and is doing the same thing and getting the same results over and over again. And you are moving into clear, fresh waters. Yes, oxygenated, lots of space, so room for major creativity. Sue Marie, perfect spot for you to be. Okay, so I want you to imagine that right now, this second, you are that goldfish. You are attracting abundance into your life. And that is why you've made the decision to move from an overcrowded place to a fresh, free, oxygenated space. What is going to happen is that I'm sure all of you have tools to run your business. You must have, otherwise you wouldn't be on this call today and you wouldn't own your businesses that you currently own. However, what you need is upgraded tools, new tools, more modern tools, tools that do the job quicker, more efficiently, and get you much happier clients at the end of the day. Now, would you like one of those toolboxes? Think about it. Go into the chat box and let me know. Does a toolbox like that sound good to you? Upgraded, modern, more efficient, does the job quicker, and gets you a better outcome. Sure, Samantha put it in capital letters, her yes. Brilliant. And so did Liz. Okay, awesome. Good, good, good. All right, so basically, and I'm sure everybody is going to agree with me with this, the way that we used to run our businesses as little as 5 years ago is not going to do it in today's new world. For various reasons. Number one is the COVID pandemic took business and the economy as we knew it and flipped it. And as it did that, it flipped everything that goes with it. It flipped your staff's mental state of mind, their thinking, how they want to be treated. It flipped a switch inside you as a manager too, because now it's survival, it's fighting, and it's absolutely, we are in a transformed world. And because we are in a transformed world, we have to transform everything that we do, from our management style, to the way we handle our staff, to the way we handle our suppliers, even to the way we learn, and how much more we need to learn right now than what we needed to 5 years ago, because just things are so on fast forward. Okay. Yeah, so Liesel is saying, and Liesel, I bet you're going to get a thumbs up with people agreeing with you. Have a look at Liesel's comment and tell me how many of you agree with her. Give a thumbs up if you do. She has 13 years of business experience, but she's saying that it has changed. Okay, I feel, for me, that it's changed in as little as 5 years. Things have just gone zoom on its head now. And if we don't keep up with all these changes quick enough and equip ourselves with all these tools, well, we're going to struggle. It doesn't mean we won't be in business, but we're going to plod along instead of finding that greatness quicker. Okay, so our communication methods, I mean, all of you know this because that's why you're here today. So there's email, you're getting newsletters, hopefully from us, you're watching the video clips. We have a private members only Facebook group. Okay, so once you're a member of our community, you go onto that group, and that really is our, if I can call it, our resource Bible, because everything is stored there, right? Then we've got our full community WhatsApp group, okay? And of course, YouTube is a very important place to get communication. And what I haven't put on there, but I'm about to show you now, is all our social media handles. So I'm gonna fly through these. I think everybody's on this, but in case you're not, please make sure that you're on Spa Professionals Guild Facebook page, right? Okay, so that's what it looks like, the logo, so that you can find it easily. Then make sure that you're on the Instagram page, okay? Spa Professionals Guild, same story. Then You can join this if you like, if you want to see what I'm working on sometimes in the background, like I'm going to post a little video clip of what I was up to today here, is the SPA Business Coach online page. This is my coaching page where I just put little snippets of what I'm up to. Then our YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe because then you get notifications of when we've posted a new video clip, okay? And it's, again, YouTube SPA Professional Skills, plain and simple, right? And then once you're a member, you get to go onto our SPA Professional Skills Member Lounge, where I told you is our little resource Bible for our community. So currently we're on 19 countries. It's so exciting that it keeps growing. I mean, we started off with 4 and it's now at 19 and we're on over 80 members, which is amazing because it means that we get to share best practices with people from around the world. Okay, so some of you might know this. And I need to tell you now, because whether you decide to become a member with us or not, I would like you to take these 3 words and absolutely forbid them in your businesses, in your private lives. I don't allow them in my home, not allowed, my children know. And as they say it, they go, oh, okay, I'll take it back. And they use a new word. Okay. Anybody have any idea what they are? You can go into the chat box and type them out. Danette should know them off by heart because I've been saying these words for like ever. Okay, Samantha said 1, can't. Nomsa says impossible. Okay, let's hear some more. Try. Ah, well done, Liz, you remember. That's my pet hate word is try. Okay, can't. Okay, anybody else? Okay, so nobody said the 3rd word. Ah, Karen said it. Unfortunately. Oh, I can't stand that word. And I'm going to quickly show you why. Okay, now very quickly, the reason why I want you to forbid these words in your business is because these words create thoughts in your mind, your staff's mind, and ultimately in your clients' minds. Okay, and I'm going to give you some examples. What's going on here? Okay. Unfortunately, I want to quickly show you how this word is used in such a polite way, but it is negative, negative, negative. So have a look at these examples here. Client phones in and says, can I book for a facial tomorrow at 10 o'clock? Okay. And your salon receptionist politely answers her, unfortunately, we don't have availability at that time. Okay. How many of you have heard your receptionist or therapist polite? I mean, they mean it politely. Can I buy a normal cleanser, please? I'm out at home. And the salon says, or the therapist, oh, unfortunately, we don't have that one in stock. I can order it for you. Okay. How many of you hear your staff say this? How many of you find yourself saying the word, oh, unfortunately, I can't help you? Of course. Okay. We all do it. I promise you. Now, I want you to become aware of when you use the word, unfortunately, completely erase it from your vocabulary and look at how when you take that word out, things change dramatically, right? So can I book for the facial tomorrow? How's this for an answer? We can help you with that amazing facial at 1 p.m. How does that sound to you? Now, doesn't that sound amazing? So you're not saying, unfortunately, I can't help you. You're saying, I can help you at 1 o'clock. Then the one where the client wants to buy the cleanser, right? The alternative without using that dreaded word is, we are sold out of that cleanser, but I can help you with another amazing cleanser, or I can order yours in and I'll have it delivered to you in a few days' time. Can you see the difference in language? Okay. So just to avoid using that word, unfortunately. All right. And then the dreaded word can't. Oh, drives me mad. And the reason why it drives me mad is because we actually can. When somebody says I can't, it really means they don't want to. Bottom line. Okay. So eliminate it. And then the word try. Oh my word, this try business. How many of you have seen this video clip? Because I don't want to play it if many of you have seen it. We would like to see this clip. Just chat to me in the chat box. so that I know and I can gauge if you've seen this or not. So this video clip is one of my favorites. I love watching him. You want to watch it? You're saying yes, please. Okay, so haven't seen it. All right, I'm going to show you this video clip. I won't let it play to the end because he waffles a bit, but listen to what this guy says, why you should not allow the word try ever to exist in your business or in your private life. So listen carefully. This is incredible. If anybody wants this clip to show your staff, message me and you can have it because I play this on a regular basis. Here we go.
Okay, this is a word that absolutely drives me bananas. And even my teacher, Dr. Mike Mandel, addresses this in his Hypnosis Academy, and it's the word try. Even Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. And in our house, we don't have a swear jar. We have a try jar. Try implies failure. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Hey, Pat, did you guys win the hockey game the other night? Oh, we tried real hard. So you lost. We really tried hard, but you failed to win. Yes, we failed. Try implies failure. It's an excuse for all sorts of things. I love to play hockey. Now, it's just gentleman hockey, but our team really loves to win. And I used to play with this incredible hockey player, and I'm going to call him Jim. A lot of my hockey buddies watch these videos, so I got to be pretty careful with what I say. But every time Jim played, he scored 2 or 3 goals, always had a couple of assists, but didn't really care if he played or not. When he showed up, our team would always ask him, Jim, are you coming to the next game? His famous words as he left the dressing room were, I'll try to make it. Hardly ever showed up. Finally, we made it through the playoffs. Jim there maybe a quarter of the time. And we made it to the championship game. So this was serious. I personally called Jim up and I said, Jim, we're in the finals, buddy. Really need you at that game Saturday night. The team we are playing is a bit stronger than us, but with you there, we will surely win. Can I count on you? I'll try to make it. But Jim, this is the finals. We need you. I'll try, pal. Okay, please do what you can to be there. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, I heard this before, but surely it's the finals and he will do whatever he can to be there. So Saturday night comes around, no Jim. We end up tying 3-3 and we lose in overtime. Now, if Jim would have been there, we would have won. He always scores a few goals and gets us a couple of assists. He's the best player in the league. 2 weeks after, I seen Jim at the grocery store and he asked me, hey, Jason, how did we do in the finals? I said, we lost in overtime. Where were you? Oh, yeah, I was going to go, but I ended up watching The Bachelor. Now, what do you think my response was to that? To give him a fist pump and say, I'm so happy that you were watching The Bachelor, Jim. Who did he end up giving the final rose to? Thank you so much for trying to make the game, Jim. I'm so happy you at least tried for us. No, I don't ever want to play hockey with that guy again. Don't accept try from people and don't offer it either. If someone says, I'll try, immediately say, is that a yes or is that a no? No hard feelings. Well, it's a no. That's fine. At least I know, and I can ask someone else. Trying keeps you stuck. Trying is lying. Try is built in failure. You coming to my Christmas party? You coming over for dinner? Oh yeah, we will try. They are not coming over. Don't accept this word. I use this in my shows all the time. When I want someone to fail, when I do a hand lock suggestibility.
Okay, now he waffles on a bit, but the bottom line is, everybody, you get it, right? Try implies you won't, you're not going to do it. So I cannot stand that word. And especially when, to give you an example, we're having a staff meeting with a group of therapists and we discussed today's target. and we put out a challenge, and then they say, oh yes, I'm going to try my best. Oh my word, it drives me insane. So we don't allow the word try. I say, choose yes or no. I don't mind if you say no, but there's no try in between, because try really gives them an out, right? Okay, so there are a few things that you need to get your head around. I've called it the transformation checklist. In order to transform your lives, your businesses, your staff's lives, and your clients' lives, there is a checklist that you need to work through. Basically, it's a commitment to getting the work done. Okay, there's not a lot of work. There really isn't. But it's a commitment to saying, okay, I'm going to get this done and I'm going to implement it. Keeping an open, positive, and energetic mindset. Remember, some of what we're going to teach you and give you tools-wise is going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's new stuff. It is new ways of doing things. And often with change comes uncomfortability. But another thing I want to tell you that comes is greatness and transformation. A can-do attitude. We're all really busy. Okay, so for me, this, oh gosh, I'm so busy right now. I'm not sure if I can do this. Well, the question I have for you is, how important is your business? How important is it that you overcome those challenges that you put in the chat box at the beginning? And then ultimately is you're going to set your own deadlines. You're going to work at your own pace. And very importantly is you're going to hold yourself accountable at the end of the day, because that's what we want to do. We're here as accountability partners, but we are not here as teachers to check that you've done your work. Okay, so I'm going to quickly take you through the modules, but the one I'm going to go in depth a little bit is in module 1, because there are a few of you that are already starting module 1, okay, that you're registered and ready to go. And then I'm hoping the rest of you jump on board and everybody starts with module 1, and then you've done what has to be done in module 1. Okay, so can anybody tell me, I'm going to ask a question and go into the chat box and let me know. When you build a building, what is the most important part of the actual building itself? Gee whiskers, Samantha, that was fast. Okay, right, the foundation, correct. Now, do you agree that the stronger, deeper, and more solid that foundation, the taller our building can go? Yes or no? Okay, correct, of course, yes. Now, what we want is we want our businesses to become, so I want you to imagine that you want your business to become a skyscraper. You want it to go up, 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 grow, 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 grow. Now, who is the foundation of that building? Who is the foundation? Nope. Not staff, Jenny. They're not. Correct, Danette. Correct. Correct. Okay. You are the foundation. You, as the owner, are the foundation of the business, and manager. Owner and managers are the foundation. Okay. The deeper the foundation, that's the owner. In the foundation that comes further up is the manager, but the manager still sits in that foundation. Now, here's my question to you. How do we start to transform our businesses when we as individuals are not transformed yet? Make sense, everyone? So that is why we do things a little bit differently here. I'm not going to jump into marketing, client retention, creative ideas, finances, stock. We're not going to do that. And I'll tell you why we're not going to do that. Because that would mean that we are building the building incorrectly and it's going to become unstable. So how we need to do things is we start from the foundation. We are going to the foundation first. We are going to reflect on that foundation. We are going to look at, why do you do things the way you do? Why do you say things the way you say? Why do certain things irritate you? How much do you know about your role in the business? How much do you know about your own personality? So let me show you everything that you're going to cover, but you're going to cover it about yourself first. Okay. This is just the most incredible quote. I totally love it. It says, taking the time to figure out who you are in order to become what you want. And in this case, what your business needs. I love Steve Jobs saying, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You've got to connect them looking backward. Okay. So we got to know, what have we been doing? How have we been doing it before we decide, right, this is the way forward? Okay, this other quote is incredible. Self-reflection is a humbling process. It's essential to find out why you think, say, and do certain things, and then you better yourself. Does this make sense, everybody? Does this resonate with you? I just want to hear if you are in agreement that internalizing, self-reflecting, fixing, or not even, you may not need fixing, but just getting that foundation rock solid before you move on to the rest of the areas. Make sense? Yes, no? Okay, great. Nice. Yes, please, everybody, get chatty with me, because then I know that, that I'm getting through to you. Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is you get an enrollment form and a questionnaire. This is super important because, and I want you to take the time to fill this out, because this gives you very clear direction and guidance on where your main issues are. So you gave me one, right? When we started, you gave me your biggest business challenge. This questionnaire goes into quite a bit more detail, okay? Then a very important task, okay? Joyce, are you wanting to say something that you raised your hand? Or you just raising your hand to say hi? Okay, no problem. This exercise called the Self-Assessment Questionnaire is critically important. So my recommendation is that you take 45 minutes, put your phone away, make sure that you have no distractions, and you sit and you answer this in the most expanded way that you possibly can. Why? It's because yes and no answers are not going to give you the guidance and the direction that you need. Whereas when you expand on the answer, you won't believe the voyage of discovery that you're going to go on when you complete this. The next one, so I want to ask you all a question. Who's ever done a job description canvas for themselves? As the owner, have you ever done a detailed job description canvas for yourself? Let me know in the chat box, say yes or no. No, 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 no. Norm say yes. Oh, nice. No. Okay, so Blessing, no. All right. So here's an interesting question for you. Why not? Why have you never done this? So, I mean, who knows what the answer is, right? You don't need to answer. But here's the important part. Remember, we said we're going to get this foundation super strong. The way to get a foundation super strong is to know exactly what materials you are using, what ratios you are mixing, to understand how deep it needs to go. And how do you do that? By doing this canvas. I'm going to show you some examples. We give you the headings and you go and you do it in those headings. But I'm going to show you an example of a sales director who is in our community. She's actually not even a salon or spa owner. She's a sales director of the company, but she finds huge value in what we discuss. And she's in our community. And then the other one is an actual spa owner who has two or three different spa sites. So this basically, here's your headings, okay? You're going to say what your position is. So she's put here sales director, and who you report to. Direct report to the CEO of the business. The minimum requirements to perform your job. So what are they? For her to serve guests, to host, to entertain creditors. A little bit about herself. One little blurb about how you see yourself, your personality, and these are all available for you to read, by the way, to get nice ideas. Your key objectives. What is ultimately what you have to do? Okay? What you delegate. Your key competencies. Now, key competencies are what do you need to be able to do as the owner of your business? I'll give you a key competency. You should be able to be computer literate. You should be able to send an email. You should be able to read a profit and loss report. You should be able to work an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, those are just a few, all right? But you've got to put what you feel are your key competencies to be able to run your business, right? Next one. Let me just leave Liesel in the room. Her duties, okay? And who her team is. All right. Then I want to show you a spa owner's one, okay? So this is from a lady called Michelle, and she's got 2 or 3 spas in KZN. She puts her overview, okay? Overview of herself, her key objectives. I mean, you can see that Michelle really put a huge amount of effort into this. Her competencies, what she has to be able to do. And now her day-to-day duties. So this is one, why I want to show this is because when you do your job description, I need you to split your duties. Michelle has put her duties here, and look, it goes over onto 2 pages. Can you see here? Financial management, marketing, and she's got day-to-day duties. These are far too many duties for the owner of a business to have. So these duties need to go into your principal duties and duties that you delegate out to your staff. So ones that you're still in charge of, but that you don't physically do yourself. Okay, and that is very, very important. So that, in a nutshell, is an example of 2 job description canvases. Okay, next, one of my favorite activities to do. Has anybody ever done this with their staff? So it's a what employees want survey. Anybody ever done this with their staff? What employees want survey? Go into the chat box and let me know quickly. So basically what you do, let me just see if I've got the blank. No, I don't. Okay, Danette says no, Blessing says yes. Okay, so what happens here is you get a blank sheet. Okay, so the one you see in front of you has been filled out. In your workbooks, you get a blank one. You print it and you give it to your staff and you fill it in. You are going to rank from 1 to 10. In this case, there's actually only 9 points. What do you think is most important in your staff's lives at their jobs? And you're going to give it to your staff and you're going to tell them to do the same. So let's go through this one. This particular staff member said job security is most important to her. Can you see she scored it 1. 2, full appreciation for work done. 3, good working conditions. 4, good wages. 5, promotion growth opportunities, and so on and so on. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. This has been the most eye-opening experience for everybody who has been on this course with us. They've all said, oh my goodness, Marisa, I actually can't believe that I'm not in tune with what my staff want. So I want you to have a look at the results of 1 survey, just 1. The employees, so you're going to add up all their scores and you're going to put them and you're going to rank them as the majority. So if you've got 10 employees and 8 of them said number 1 is to be fully appreciated, then that's what's going to come out as number 1, right? So you'll get their summary and then you'll put what you think. Okay, and if I were you, I'd do the manager must do 1 too. So the employee said, number 1, to be appreciated. Number 2, to feel included and in the know. And number 3, empathy with personal problems. Whereas the manager and the owner said good wages, job security, and growth opportunities. Now, isn't that frightening? That we think we know what's important to our staff, but is it really important to them? Okay, and this is a vital, and we've put these, everybody, in order of how they need to be done. So I ask you, please, there really is method, and I'm not going to say to our madness because we're not mad. There's method to this transformation. So do things in the order that we give them to you to be done. Next question for you all. Who has done a SWOT analysis on themselves? So not on your business. Who has done a SWOT analysis on themselves? Well done, Jenny. Good on you. Samantha, ages ago. Okay, anybody else? Mimi, I want to know who hasn't. Namusa, good. Okay, I'm surprised to see so many yeses because normally I get no's all over the show. Please, everyone, remember this is not a SWOT analysis on your business. This is a SWOT analysis on Marisa. Okay, I'm doing a SWOT analysis on me. Danette's doing a SWOT analysis on Danette. Okay. Liz is doing a SWOT analysis on Liz, not on her business. So this is an amazing exercise. Again, I encourage 30 minutes or 40 minutes to sit down, in fact, to print this, because there's so much power in pen to paper, and write, then cross out and say, no, that's not a weakness. I think that might be an opportunity or a threat or whatever, and really get this done for yourself. Need to put it on paper. You're right, Liz. You need to put it on paper. Exactly. Okay, next, my favorite. Well, in fact, they're all my favorites, right? You can see that I'm like so passionate about this. Is all the personality tests. So go into the chat box, everybody, let me know, have you done any personality assessments on yourself? Not your staff. Personality tests on yourself. And hold on, there's one thing in having them done them, and the other one is having analyzed them. So have you done personality tests and analyzed them on yourself? So whilst you're all typing, let me know in the chat box, yes or no. We have 4 of them that we put you through. Okay, they're all amazing. And I've actually just discovered a new one, the Myers-Briggs one. So you're going to be getting that as well. But there's 4 personality tests that we put you, the foundation of the building, through. Okay. And when we get to your staff, there's 2 personality tests that we put your staff through. Now, why are these tests so important? And I'm going to give you the reason why. If you don't understand how your staff think and behave, remember, some of these tests are behavior tests as well. But if you do not understand how they think and behave, you cannot manage them. I'm sorry, you cannot. So that's why management has changed so much, is because we now need to lead, manage, coach, and inspire our teams in ways that they will respond. And that's the key to this. The other reason why you're doing these tests is you need to have a good balance of personalities in your business. If everybody is like this chart that you see in front of you, the Enneagram chart, if everybody is a number 1, so a perfectionist, with a number 6 wing, loyal skeptic, well, you're going to have serious problems in your business. Okay, so there needs to be, we also teach you when we get to the staff module, who goes best where. So what are the best nail technician personalities? What are the best skin therapist personalities? What are the best front desk personalities? So that when you're interviewing staff, you are already you are already know what type of personality you're looking for, right? Okay. Next one. Ooh la la, this is awesome. Go into the chat box and let me know who has a time management challenge. In other words, do you run out of hours in the day? Do you feel like you don't get everything that you need to get done in your day? Who has these kind of challenges in their business? Oh my word, me. Diesel says no, me too. I either have really productive days or days when I'm not as productive. Okay. So we have a member in our community. His name is Andy Barch. He's the director of SPA for the Six Senses group. And he came up and introduced this module or this sections chapter to us. And it's called Choosing the Important, or Choosing the Exceptional. Goodness gracious me, when you go through this, it is going to blow your mind, because in a very quick summary, we are all instinctively work from our reactive brain. If you can see here where my cursor is, right? So instinctively, we action and live our lives with a reactive brain. As we mature and as we give it focus, we are able to move into the prefrontal cortex of our brains, or into our thinking brain. And that is with paying attention, self-control, planning, and follow through. But it's not natural for a human being. That's what's so interesting. It's not natural. So we have to choose to remain in there. So we introduce you to 4 quadrants where you spend time in your career and in your job. We've written it for you, okay? I'm going to give you one example here. A therapist arguing with reception about commission allocation of retail. So what we've done is we've gone in there and filled in as much detail as we can about your days, how your day should be filled, right? So there's 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we clearly show you in this module how, if you make the choice to spend time in quadrant number 2, that is where you will make the most money. The tricky part is that naturally we all spend time in quadrant number 1, and many of us have quadrant number 3 distractions. Quadrant number 2 is a choice that we need to make. So we take you through this journey, and how we help you to understand where you're spending your time and where your time wasters are in this task. I love the task. It's a bit of a pain, but I have found a way with a colleague that you can do this and not forget. Basically, on the 3 days that you choose to outline your hour-by-hour activities, you have your phone. Obviously, you've got it with you all the time, but you're going to set an alarm to go off every hour. And every hour when that alarm goes off, you're going to stop what you're doing, take your paper, and write what you've done for the last hour. And so you're going to do this for 3 days. And then you know what's going to happen after that? You are going to be super clear on where you are wasting time. Okay. Super Liesel, absolutely no problem. I'm almost done anyway. So there are your tasks. Okay, I've taken you through all of them. The self-assessment questionnaire. You're going to describe your management style, a job description canvas, what employees want, your SWOT analysis, your personality tests. Okay. And you're going to do your 3 days, hour by hour. Okay. So my question to you all is, how committed are you to transformation? How badly do you want to change what you're doing, and do you want to solve the problems and the challenges that you're currently having in your business? So quickly, what happens in module 2? I want to quickly take you through all of them. So now we've finished with the foundation, right? Now we move to the next most important part, which is the one Jenny brought up earlier, because she thought that the staff with a foundation, they're very close to foundation. They're the next most important thing, and we tackle them next. We teach you how to personality profile them and make sure that you get a good balance in your team. We discuss effective communication, active listening, the importance of delegation. Then you get the most incredible transformational tool that your business will ever have, and that is the daily revenue planner. I'm busy with a spa at the moment. In fact, I'm busy with a few of them, but especially the one, there was no retail happening, like nothing. There was no planning of their day. I introduced them to this, and I taught them, sorry, I didn't just introduce them. You have to teach them and physically do it with them for probably a week. And within 4 days, we reached a 30% retail ratio to services. Something that has never happened in the history of the spa business, and it's been going for 15 years in a hotel spa. So this tool has the ability to transform lives. Therapists say, oh my word. So it teaches them almost to become a business, right? Then a therapist daily checklist, oh my word. Again, you might say, oh, checklists, they will change your life. They will change your staff's life. They will change the way your business runs. Then a therapist 5-point growth plan. We teach you how to do the value of your hour exercise and a mind shift change with your staff. Okay, so that's module 2. Oh, Jenny, that's awesome that you used it. Brilliant. Then module 3, the revenue management module. So this module is intense. I'm preparing you now for it, but it is so important that you understand how to read your numbers. So we go through a little financial intelligence exercise with you. Then we do the profit and loss, okay? Then we do financial forecasting with you, analyzing your numbers, what a cash up should look like. And then very importantly, you get another tool. It's called a promotion profit calculator. So often when you get promotions or when you put a promotion out into the marketplace, do all of you go and actually punch in the numbers and work out your margin for that promotion? Do you? Or do you just put it out because it sounds good? So let's do a facial and a massage and you get a free pedi, for example. Do you punch those numbers in? Do you measure time according to cost of goods and see, are you still making a profit? So that tool is vitally important as well. Next one is my favorite module. And the reason it's my favorite is because here your toolbox gets overloaded. It's the best. And my most exciting tool, again, transformed every single spa business we've worked with, is this daily business analysis. Yes. Now, many of you say, well, I've got a software program that I do my bookings on. This is not that. This is not that. You pull information from there, but this is a spreadsheet that we've created for you, and it's evolved yet again. We've just upgraded it again to give you daily what is happening in your business and where your focus needs to be. So for example, it gives you things like unsold hours, treatment room usage, retail to turnover percentages, return clients, very important for those of you who need to work on client retention. Such vital information to run in your business. Then we've got a manager daily checklist, vitally important. A marketing planner template. Many of you are doing marketing plans, but you're going month by month. We want to get you to a place where you're planning your marketing 12 months in advance. So you are strategically thinking and not operationally thinking in your business. Effective use of your brand partners. Again, how well are you working with your suppliers? They can change your businesses. KPIs. How many of you are managing your staff with KPIs? Can I get an indication of that in the chat box? Go to the chat box, please, and tell me quickly how many of you manage your staff with clear KPIs and you have meetings with them once a month to discuss their KPIs. Liz, ooh, well done. I don't expect to see a lot of knees. How many of you are doing it? Just yes or no? Jenny, no. Namusa, yes. Okay. Anybody else? Only when I hired them. Okay. So just to quickly give you an indication, the most powerful tool to managing your staff and getting out of them what you need is KPIs. And why? Because it becomes clear to them what they need to do and how you are going to measure them. It is the best tool ever. Okay. Then we go through effective bookings. Now, some people might say, oh, why is that even important? Well, when we finished with that section in the module, it's people's jaws drop and go, oh my word, I actually didn't realize that we haven't been taking our bookings correctly. And then a front desk checklist as well. Okay, module 5, OMG. Module 5 is the artery of your business. You don't have this in your business and your business will die. It will. So it will go, but eventually it will not survive. A business without standard operating procedures will not grow. It will not evolve. It will not retain staff. It will not retain clients. So standard operating procedures are your business's Bible and they have to be implemented. Okay. So we introduce you to standard operating procedures, we show you the structure, and we give you a template. We are in the process of creating SOP bundles that are completed because some people don't want to write their own SOPs. Okay. And then we give you the option. You can either write your own SOPs or you can purchase at very nominal cost written SOPs that have already been put into practice. You just need to adapt them slightly for your own business. Okay. And let me tell you this SOP, if you do it properly, will probably take you 6 months to write a full SOP manual for your own business. Okay. Another one of my favorite modules is marketing and sales. So do you see how we're doing things in a sequence and in an order? So we can't go to client retention when we haven't fixed everything that leads up to us being able to retain the clients. Okay. So here we look at your brand, your why, your values, your vision. We look at product bundling. We give you the most incredible sales dialogue to use. Making retail products fully, how they should be displayed. There's an art to merchandising too. Okay. And then some excellent client retention strategies as well. And then the last module is the social media module or your online module, which is busy getting upgraded now as we speak as well, is really Instagram stories. Now we're adding in reels, how to use influencers correctly. What are you doing online? What are your efforts online? And we show you all the various aspects where you should be focused online at the moment. And then we're in the process of adding an HR module at the moment. And HR in this particular module is not going to have to do with the law. So it's not going to give you HR in terms of how to discipline your staff in your country because everybody's country is different. But what we're putting in there is a checklist when you're hiring staff, what you should be looking out for, interview questions, how to perform effective trade tests, all of those interesting performance reviews. How many of you, and when last did you do an effective and efficient performance review with your staff? So it's not a KPI, it's an actual performance review. So that's all going into the HR module. So yeah. Then you have 2 group coaching sessions that we host every month with international, global leaders in the industry that we've invited to talk to us about their niche and what is spectacular and where they've really excelled in their specific niche. Okay, so everybody, how does that sound? Go into the chat box before I tell you what the next step is. Tell me how that all sounds. Does that give me an indication? Does it sound like what your business needs? Does it sound like what you as an individual need to get you to go to that next step and next level? Okay. Nomsa, interesting. Karen, amazing. Nomsa and Karen, good. We need to get some work going. Hey, ladies. Who else? Give me some more input, everybody. My partner and I both need this input. Brilliant. Joyce says amazing. Okay, good. More feedback, more feedback. How do you feel about it, Liz? We haven't heard from Liz, have we? Jenny says yes. Blessing says brilliant. Sikona, amazing. Liz, need it, amazing. Okay, brilliant. Great stuff. All right, so the next step is, and for those of you who know me, I've got a favorite saying, is hurry up. Speed of implementation. And I think my saying's coming up. Yes, my favorite, one of my favorite sayings. Early bird catches the worm. So don't sit there, overanalyze, overthink. Oh, maybe, oh, but I'm so busy. Remember I told you, stop with the excuses. Stop overthinking it. Early bird catches the worm, right? Is to get going. That's it. It's as simple as registering. There's your link. Shani, I don't know if you can put the link in the chat box because they can't link from my screen, I don't think. But you can take a photograph and look this up. Otherwise, we'll put the link in the chat box. Get yourself registered. Get yourself going. The tools that you have available to you are actually described as priceless from the members on our community at the moment. They cannot believe the value in the toolbox of theirs that is just growing and growing and growing. Okay. Oh, thank you, Shani. Okay, amazing. Okay, everyone. So does anybody have any questions? Because that's the intro from me. Maybe go into the chat box. Let me know how you're feeling. Just a word to describe how you're feeling after this little session. And I hope that I've inspired, motivated you to, I don't know, give yourself some time as well. You know, we're always focused on growing our staff and teaching and giving them courses. It's time for us, for you to give yourself some time to evolve and grow and make those changes and transform. Okay, everyone. It was amazing to see you all. Lots of love from our side. I look forward to all of you joining our community. I really do. It will be the best journey you ever go on in your life. When you get to meet everybody else, I'll put you onto our WhatsApp group and you've got somebody really to hold your hand. And that's what the important part here is, that we stand together as a community and build up all of our resources. Okay, everyone, have the most beautiful evening. If you're on another part of the world, have the most beautiful morning. And to you, Liz, have a beautiful night's sleep because you're off to bed. Okay, love you all lots. Ciao, everyone. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, Marisa.
Oh, it's only a pleasure. Have a beautiful night's rest.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Blessing.
Thank you, Marisa.
A pleasure, Joyce. Oh, I hear that music in the background there. Hey?
Wow, thank you.
So much. Only a pleasure. See you soon, I hope.